SMT Nation, we back, folks. We've got big upgrades and updates happening at Verizon. Let me give you guys the rundown on what's going on in the major markets and the account that Verizon just snatched up. They're all pretty good for Verizon. I think there are some customers in these markets who are going to be very happy with what Verizon is doing. I'll be sure to link everything for you. They'll be in the description for all these press releases from Verizon. Also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Support your creators. You can buy us a coffee. Link is there. Other ways to support us as well. Check them out. They're all down there in the description box. And don't forget, the deflation promo pricing is still active. Take advantage of these offers. mintmobile.com/sneed. The link in the description will unlock those savings, get their legendary customer care, and you'll be helping out the channel. All right, so update number one. This one is Verizon continuing to upgrade Richmond's best network. Richmond, Virginia. Nice place. All right, they're getting mmWave upgrades from Verizon. That is some really, really capacitive networking there, folks. Huge bandwidth channels, and it's some really capacitive stuff. So Virginia Commonwealth University, Capitol Building, Financial District, and Short Pump, all identified as regions getting mmWave. C-band also getting the nod here. 100 megahertz of C-band across the city, which is going to be really good, right? So you're talking about, like, when you think of, having layers of capacity, Verizon really doing a nice job of this. Being able to do mmWave and C-band in these major markets offers a really good experience, redundancy, lots of capacity, and of course, to push all of this incredible amount of bandwidth, you need fiber optic cables. They're going to go 10 gig circuits across the board. Really nice here for the folks in Richmond. This gives you a nice mobile network experience and also potentially opens up the opportunity for 5G home internet for some of these folks, especially on that mmWave. Sounds absolutely tremendous. All right, so that's the first story, and we've got chapters down here for you guys if you need to move back and forth between the stories. Next story, this one is upgrades ongoing in Washington, D.C., the country's great capital, kind of the same setup as Richmond, Virginia. They're getting the mmWave treatment for ultra-wideband, and they're also getting the C-band treatment, and they're getting 10 gig circuits too. So 75% of people in DC now have access to Verizon's 5G services, mmWave along the DC Beltway, National Mall, Arlington National Cemetery, Old Town Alexandria, shopping centers near the Georgetown waterfront, Tyson's Corner, and additionally Chevy Chase, DuPont Circle, Farragut Square, Scott Circle, RFK Stadium, DC General Health Campus, Cleveland Park, Pentagon City, Crystal City, and Potomac Yards. All right, C-band, they're getting the 100 megahertz treatment. Okay, so that completes kind of the setup for the 5G UW, and they're getting 10 gig circuits to really push that capacity. So good stuff. Really important for a place like DC. That's a major market, right? That's the capital of the country. And, you think about the top 10 markets, places like Dallas and Houston, Miami, Chicago, Philly, Boston, and then even, there's some other bigger ones like New York and LA, but these are big towns that have a lot of users. They need that capacity. So they're getting the trifecta, the mmWave, the C-band, and of course the 10 gig fiber circuits. And last update, 5G hospital at VA Palo Alto healthcare system, unprecedented care for veterans. So what they're doing here, based on the description, you've got 5G MEC, you've got private networks, you've got DAS systems, you've got all these different solutions that are going to empower and create these solutions for the VA healthcare systems. A 5G-enabled healthcare facility on the cutting edge. This is kind of what Hans is always talking about when it comes to MEC and private networking. Verizon is basically just waiting for opportunities to get into these industries, right? Verizon provides the network as a service, and then these use cases kind of open up with things like 3D models, MRI scans, VR-assisted medical learning opportunities, AR-assisted pre-surgical guidance, right? All the virtualization of networking. Of course, these future use cases and these very, cutting-edge technologies, Verizon's basically standing in the doorway, and when these businesses open the door, Verizon is standing there waiting for that opportunity. And I think that name notoriety, that recognition, and being in the forefront of these industry solutions puts them in the catbird seat. All right, so what do you guys think? What do you think of the update from that account with the VA and those applications? Tell me about the DC and Richmond areas. Maybe you're from those areas, you're a local, you've been seeing the upgrades, you've been using the network and it's improved. Tell me about that. Hashtag Verizon, hashtag 5G, hashtag 5GUW for all the real ones. Hit me with your favorite hashtag and comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.